À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Allumage 2 ESR, décollage. Nominale. Trajectoire nominale.
Europe's new rocket,
Pilotage calme, trajectoire nominale.
Ariane 6, has left the pad and is blazing a trail across the equatorial skies. The range operations manager is telling us that everything is going according to plan. Tina.
And I didn't know my heart can pump so fast. Oh my God.
Trajectoire nominale, pilotage calme.
We're rumbling now. And Jupiter too. We hear her.
It's quite a sight.
Oh, she's coming, she's coming. Oh my gosh. This is happening.
It's the most incredible feeling. We're on the edge of tears here in the commentary box because this is a big day and a big moment.
Trajectoire nominale.
Actually, the building's rumbling around us now. And look, these are the live images from the cameras on board.
We're looking at the booster. We're looking down.
We're looking downwards.
One of the two boosters, we can see the flames coming out of that booster because, of course, the
Position la
boosters
télémesure par la station de Saint-Jean, propulsion nominale.
are doing all the work. He's telling us that everything is going according to plan and everything is nominal.
And look at the visibility. We might even be
C'est
able
nominal,
to see the
trajectoire
separation.
nominale.
We have clear skies tonight, this afternoon. We had rain all day, but the clouds parted. The two dots there, the boosters.
There we see them falling off.
Séparation des ESR.
Confirmed. We have booster separation. So, wow, that's the first clapping here that we see. What a beautiful liftoff.
And our cameras on board.
Propulsion nominale, trajectoire nominale.
These pictures are coming in with a 20 seconds delay, which is why we have them now. Look at this, how they fall off. Wow. Amazing, amazing. So these boosters, they have transported us 60 kilometers high.
And we can see that dot is
Trajectoire
the
nominale.
telling us that the trajectory is normal, everything going according to plan. That's the engine on the main stage that you can see there. And we've got a camera inside now. What are we looking at here, Tina? Oh,
Yeah,
looking
so
back down at the Earth.
This was actually a camera inside the interstage, so we will be able to see when the lower stage separates. That's coming up. But now we have actually lost half our mass already because the boosters have burned almost 300 tons of fuel in 2 minutes
Pilotage
time.
calme, trajectoire nominale.
Everything nominal,
And
as
we're
the range
getting-
operations manager says.
Yes, and we're getting close now to the next thing, which will be the jettisoning of the fairing being the nose cone of the launch vehicle, which is where the passengers are sitting. And we can
Séparation de la coiffe.
Even see the, wow, that's amazing.
We had confirmation there that the fairing has been jettisoned.
Yes, so the fairing that was protecting our spacecraft withstands all the pressure and the heat, and once we stuck out the nose out of the atmosphere, we didn't need her anymore, and it has been jettisoned.
So what we're looking at now is the main stage, which is what we're burning on the right hand of the screen.
Us, and this is the live camera from orbit, and we see the fairing falling off there.
And
Amazing pictures.
you see how it twists? I believe, Tina, that I'm right in saying that's
Trajectoire
what
nominale,
we-
propulsion nominale.
Exactly. And we also see on the screen on the right side actually the telemetry. So on the top you see the trajectory. So in green the planned trajectory, and in yellow the actual flight trajectory, everything going nominal. So you have altitude over time, And in the middle you see our ground track. You see exactly where we are over the Earth, and on the right side you see our altitude. We're already in 140 kilometers.
Trajectoire nominale, il reste moins de 3 minutes de propulsion du Vulcain.
2.4 kilometers per second, and the main stage is operating.
It is, and you can see it here. It's a great big tank of fuel.
Indeed. So it is a 32-meter high cylinder, weighs 23 tons when it's empty, and it can carry 154 tons of cryogenic propellant, supporting the upper stage and the boosters. For our technical audience, we don't have any common bulkhead anymore, so we have now 2 separate tanks. And this makes the handling of the pressures a bit easier than on Ariane 5.
And it's burning a very powerful
Propulsion
engine.
nominale, trajectoire conforme à l'attendu.
He's telling us that the
Everything nominal.
trajectory is normal.
Exactly. Yeah, Vulcan engine is now simplified, mainly for cost reduction reasons with regard to Ariane 5. The nozzle manufacturing is completely different, and the gas generator is made of additive manufacturing.
Il reste moins de 2 minutes de propulsion du Vulcain.
Telling us that there's 2 minutes left of propulsion on the Vulcan engine.
So the Vulcan engine has a new challenge because the booster plumes impact at liftoff. They're actually so high that the thermal protection around the nozzle actually had to be beefed up a bit, and we have tiles now around the nozzle, and the nozzle itself also has a new manufacturing method. So it's a more simple and cost-effective design right now.
We're getting closer now to the next phase, which is switching off the engine and jettisoning the main stage, because of course we want to lose each section of the rocket as we climb higher. The lighter we are, the faster we go. So we're separating the next stage, but that's actually quite a complex process, isn't it?
Indeed, because you have to detect first that the rocket is actually ready for separation. This is done by the guidance algorithm. And afterwards, the Vulcan engine is cut off, and 6 seconds later only we will see separation of the stage, initiated by pyro commands. And we do that by actually extending a set of springs. And the push that the lower stage does to get rid of the upper stage, or the other way around, to push itself away from the upper stage, has the same push, or the same thrust, as we call it, as the Vinci engine, but it only does that during 0.2 seconds.
Getting close now to what we call MECO, main engine cutoff. That's coming up in a few seconds.
Fin de mission sauvegarde.
Telling us that the safety mission here at the Space Center is now finished. We should be seeing something.
Extinction du moteur Vulcain.
We have confirmation that Vulcan has switched off.
Séparation LLPM.
And the lower stage has separated, so he gets these informations before we can see them on the screen.
So,
Allumage du moteur Vinci.
And Vinci has ignited. Wow, that's a very, very, very important moment of this mission. Congrats to Brennan and to Vernon.
and we have applause
Everyone's
here.
clapping here in Jupiter.
Yep, happy faces. The upper
Here you
stage.
see the lower stage
Propulsion
falling off
nominale.
in our onboard cameras. Wow. Will we see the Vinci engine also firing up? I don't know if that can be seen on the camera.
Wow, this is really something.
We can see it. Look, look, look. You see the color changing on the Vinci engine?
Yep.
As it's heating up? Beautiful. And you can see that we're actually up there right now.
So you can see that we lifted off from the pad here at the Guiana Space Center, heading northeast, our altitude
La propulsion est
373,
nominale.
traveling at nearly 4 kilometers a second, propulsion normal. And look at that, Tina, the curvature of the Earth with the Vinci engine burning away.
Allumage APU.
And here we hear calling out that the APU, a new feature actually on the Vinci, on the upper stage of Ariane 6, has also switched on. So there's a lot of good news coming in here, because the big innovation actually of Ariane 6 is, of course, the reignitable Vinci engine. It can switch on and switch off, and it does that by the help of the APU.
Pilotage
And we will
calme,
talk more about the
propulsion
APU later.
nominale.
So both are running as planned. We are now in our first Vinci burn phase, and we will reignite the Vinci engine twice in this mission. A big shout out here for the Franco-German cooperation. The upper stage is designed and built by ArianeGroup in Bremen in Germany, and the engine was designed in Vernois in France, and the whole stage has been put under test in Lampolshausen on a brand new test bench designed by the German Space Agency, the DLR. And that was an immense effort, immense team effort to get this tests done.
So they're all going to be very happy. The first Ariane 6 is off the ground. Let's take a little look now at what's coming up for Europe's launchers in the future.